Welcome to Sarosh Digital Learning Geography class, Chapter 10, Human Occupations. Good morning, students. Normally, we all love and like pets. We always like cat, puppy, kitten, dogs. We are always happy when we keep them at home. They are like our friend, family, right? We all like pets. We keep pet because we like them and we treat them one in our family. But do you know, some people domesticate animals to satisfy their needs. Now, what is this to satisfy their need means? Do you know, man uses certain animals to fulfill their requirements. Now, cows and buffaloes are domesticated to obtain milk, but we normally keep cat and dogs. We don't use them. Do not use them for something, just we love them, take care of them. But there are places and people who use these domestic animals. They keep them, they use them, and it fulfill their day-to-day requirements of others and themselves. Similarly, various activities are carried out to the needs of men. Now let us learn more about it. Now children, observe the picture. It is in a flow chart showing various stages like A, B, C, D goes on in a flow through which milk and milk products have to pass before reaching the marketplace. Where is the marketplace over here? Right, it is F, where a shopkeeper is selling milk product to people. Now listen. If A and B, cows and buffaloes, are rare for obtaining milk, and C, where milk is collected at this milk collection center. Now you will think about D. What is D? D is where milk is transported to milk processing center. Now this processing center means place where milk is processed to obtain different milk products like ghee, cheese, butter, paneer. All these are done in processing center, and also the quality of the milk product is tested here. In the E is shown at last F. F, it is sold in the market. As I said you before, it is a marketplace. Understood? What is A, B, C, D, E and F? Fine. Through this, we understood how man carries various activities to carry his needs. So what is this? This is nothing but called as occupations. Occupations means what? Where man carried various activities to satisfy his needs. These human occupations can be classified into 4 types. First, primary occupations. Second, secondary occupations. Third, tertiary occupations. Fourth, quaternary occupations. Now, primary occupations. The occupations which are directly dependent on nature are called as primary occupations. The product of these activities are directly based on nature. The activity of cattle rearing and obtaining milk is directly dependent on nature, and hence some example of primary occupations are animal husbandry, fishing, etc. Understood? What is primary occupation? Now let's move ahead. Second, secondary occupations. Now what is these secondary occupations? Products. As we saw, in primary occupations, products are obtained from nature. Right, this product obtained from nature are directly used by us. But what are about the products that are proceeds by these natural products? These natural products helps in processing some more byproduct of it. In our example, what is the raw material? Milk. What is produced from milk? Butter, paneer, dahi, and all this are different products obtained from the primary product. This is nothing but an industrial activity. We need certain machineries, certain industries, those who process and prepare more products from the natural product milk. This is called as secondary occupations. Here, the products of high quality and are more durable, means it stay for a longer period than the primary products. Hence, the cost is also high. See image E on page number 61. It is a milk processing center where milk is processed to get new products like butter, paneer, Srikhand, and etc. Just think, milk is normally obtained at 40 rupees per liter. But do we get dahi at same cost? Paneer at same cost? No. Paneer is almost near to 200 rupees per kilogram. Why? Because they are obtained after processing milk. So the cost and processing and improvement in the quality and all the other things that are added to the product make it a bit costlier. The product made it a bit costlier. So this is in secondary occupations. Now let's move on to the next one, tertiary occupations. There are some occupations which are related to primary occupations and secondary occupations. There are some occupations which are related to both occupations. See image C, page number 60. It shows collection of milk. B shows transportation of milk. F shows sales of milk product. And there three activities are occupations related to primary occupations. That is A and B. The occupations C, D and F are called as tertiary occupations. Selling, transporting and collection is done. Tertiary occupations are complement to other occupations. For example, tertiary occupations are given over transportation of goods, loading and unloading of goods and sales of the goods in the marketplace or wholesale places. These are known as service occupations. So what is the another name of tertiary occupations? It is service occupation. Understood? What is tertiary occupation? It is not necessary. It should be milk or milk product. It can be any goods. Now come to quaternary occupations. Doctor, teachers, engineers, architects are all having their occupations as quaternary occupations. These quaternary occupations carried out by persons having special skill are called as quaternary occupations. So we teachers, doctors, architects, we all have special skills in us which is helping in the society in return, and hence these services are called as quaternary occupations. Clear? As we saw earlier in picture E, page 61, where the quality of milk was checked and processed to make different products from milk, which require special skills. Children, it is also a type of service like tertiary occupations, but different from tertiary occupation. Here is quaternary occupation. There is a requirement of special expertise. Now let us learn something more. Human occupations and development can be better explained to you through the pie chart given on page number 64. This is how we classify the human occupations. Different occupations are practiced in different countries of the world. Through these occupations, economic transaction occurs when a country and between various countries. Now here is the pie chart given to you. It is the percentage of manpower engaged in various occupations. It can be any ring as given here is primary, secondary and tertiary. No quaternary is included. Here, what do you understand? Okay, I will ask you some questions. Which country has more manpower engaged in primary occupations? It is Bangladesh. Bangladesh has more manpower. It's blue in color. Manpower. Okay. In primary occupations, manpower is blue color. Which country has more manpower engaged in secondary occupations? Of course, it is Turkey. Which country has more manpower engaged in tertiary occupations? It is United Arab Emirates. That is green color for tertiary, red color for secondary and blue color for primary occupations. Similarly, which country has almost equal manpower engaged in all the occupations? That is Turkey. All the three colors should be equally distributed. If you are in a country which is having more manpower, tertiary occupations, then your country is developed. If your country is engaged in agriculture and other activities, that means primary sector, that means your country is in developing stage. So here, which country has more manpower in tertiary sector? UAE. First developed over here is UAE, United Arab Emirates. Second is Turkey and the third is Bangladesh. Why third? Because primary occupation is more than tertiary occupations. Understood? Hope you understood the lesson. Thank you.